What's going on, guys? It's Gathalion, and welcome back to Destiny. Let's get into it, man. It's gonna be a bit of a lengthy, reedy video with still screens from Game Informer. Thank you, Game Informer, for this information. Big ups. Today we're gonna talk about artifacts, which are getting a major overhaul. A definite RPGification of Destiny coming forward in these new artifacts. So let's start off with it. This is the first of 9, the Memory of Radagast. Described as the first among equals, Radagast the Titan was the King Arthur of the group and strode into battle with a mighty sword in hand. His artifact adds a new ability for sword-heavy weapons, letting you reflect energy-based projectiles, including everything from an ogre's blast to a crucible opponent's rocket. This sounds awesome. I'm someone who loves to use swords inside of the Crucible, inside of Trials of Osiris, in PvE. I love swords, and this is gonna make swordplay very interesting. In fact, it's gonna really change the way you approach situations with your sword. Using it defensively and offensively at the same time sounds really cool to me. The next one is the Memory of Felwinter. The great enigma of the Iron Lords. Felwinter was an Iron Lord with good intentions, but sometimes questionable and unusual ways of interacting with the light. The Warlock discovered the mountaintop retreat that would become the Iron Lord's home. His artifact offers the most dramatic gameplay modifier. Lose your super, but gain an extra grenade and melee charge to boost all your stats. And orbs recharge your grenade and melee abilities. At first glance, this is going to be the fan favorite, I think, inside of Crucible, especially Trials of Osiris. The question going forward is, will this add an extra charge beyond exotic items that give you an extra charge already, or abilities? My guess is no, and it's gonna let you be able to spec out in a more broad balance spec. I don't really expect to see 3 melee charges or 3 grenade charges, but who knows? This one is gonna be an interesting game changer. Next up, the Memory of Galleon. The hunter named Galleon may have been a sullen pessimist, but few doubted his assessments of the situation on the ground, no matter how dire. Guardians that wield this artifact gain a detailed radar at times, and radar persists when aiming primary weapons. So this basically does away with the third eye. No need for third eye, and it gives you the constant radar. Sorry, I'm terrible at reading, by the way. Memory of Scory. If Radagast echoes the legends of Arthur, then Scory is Merlin. This legendary battle bard and warlock inspired her allies with songs of wisdom. Guardians who follow in her footsteps use her artifact to glow with an inspiring light that speeds up super recharge for all nearby allies. So it sounds like this helps the super recharge of everybody else on your team, possibly not yourself. Definitely interesting, could be good for PvE, definitely gonna be good on a Trials team, I think, if you're trying to push out supers. The Memory of Timur. God, this is a long one. Creepy and misunderstood. I like him already. Timur is a warlock. There's a lot of fucking warlocks in these guys, all right? We got 3 warlocks already. I get it. You like warlocks. Timur's warlock powers and demeanor almost recall those of a controlling necromancer. Guardians willing to flirt with Shadow can take up Timur's artifact and transform their melee attack, giving it a chance to turn low-powered minions of darkness into allies. These minion creatures fight at your side, turning their weapons on confused fellow aliens. Another melee a few seconds later puts them back in their right mind, or the effect expires after 30 seconds. This is neat. You gotta catch all them Pokemans, dude. This is a really neat one. I like the sounds of this. Sounds like it should be pretty fun to use. Take control of low-level enemies, so probably anybody that's not a major. Probably can't take control of majors, but take care of, maybe control low-level ogres, perhaps. Anything that's not a major, I hope. But we'll see. We'll see if it lets us take, like, knights and ogres and anything that's not a major. Moving on. What do we got? The Memory of Perun. The Memory of Perun. It looks like there might be one missing here. I got the Radagast one. There's 9. Oh, one of them's a mystery one. Okay. Moving on. The Memory of Perun. The field commander of the Iron Lords was a consummate strategist. Consummate strategist. Words, King Gathalion. And her situational awareness went beyond even fellow hunters. Yay, a hunter! If you bear her artifact in the battle, then enemy guardians with full supers are highlighted yellow, and all enemies with low health are highlighted red for easy targeting. Whoop-de-doo on that one. That one sounds neat. Not really game-breaking, pretty cool. The Memory of Gildaire. A particularly close companion of Saladin, Gildaire was a mighty Titan champion who ran bravely into battle without a thought for her own safety. Badass lady. Her artifact bears an ability many players have longed for since the game's launch. The ability to completely eliminate sprint cooldown, allowing your Guardian to ceaselessly charge ahead. That one's gonna be dope. That one's gonna be a lot of fun. The Memory of Silumar. Silumar was proud, wrathful, and brilliant in the artifact of the Iron Temple that sits atop of Fellwinter's Peak. He was a defense-oriented Titan, always looking for a way to offer better protection. As such, his artifact provides a unique ward, the ability to dramatically reduce any damage inflicted through damage over time DOT effects. It should be a welcome deterrent, especially since the infamous Thorn Hand Cannon is returning for year 3. And that's what we're going to talk about in our next video. How do you guys feel about the new artifact system? I personally love it. I think it's going to offer up a lot of really interesting ins and outs for PvP, PvE, a lot more customization for your character, making your Guardian your Guardian. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys back inside of Destiny.